Here's the disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Cryptocurrencies are risky. Do your due diligence and invest at your own risk. You can lose money.
What's up, everybody? My name is J Tragic Jeffrey. Welcome to Crypto Plunder, where there will be no champagne sipping, crypto pumping. I can only give you the real in the crypto world. Today is September 18th, and let us begin by talking about the market. Up. I know some of you have been gone for a few days. I apologize. We've had some family situations. We also had the storm last week. You know, we've had a loss in the family, so I have not been able to really be on the videos as hard as I would like. I've wanted to make sure I'm there for my family, but at the same time, I have to make sure that y'all are okay. But you didn't need me if you were watching the videos that you're supposed to watch, if you were starting to get a grip and an understanding that things are still potentially going to go back down. Don't get sucked into this. I'll explain a little bit that we're still in for a little bit of pain. Don't think that the pain is over. Don't get happy go lucky yet. All right, but let's look at the markets. We've got a lot of green. Again, I can go do this easier by showing you just how little red we have and who's down. Cloak coin is down. Cloak coin was actually doing well within the time that there was a down. So was the BAT, basic attention token, that showed up on my radar. You know, so these coins were doing well in the downturn. So some people are kind of snitzling. I'm looking at this little bit of a sideways pattern. Might be a little bit of profit that might happen. It might go down to there, but we'll keep an eye on that and see what's going on with it. Funfair, one of the coins that I'm in, is up. Let's see who's doing the big numbers. Let's see. Status is doing some numbers. I just don't like the $3 billion of circulation on Status or Sia coin. I'm holding Sia coin. I don't know why right now. I'm waiting to see what they're gonna do, but I'm just holding. Actually started trading into I'm not in Monaco, which I should have. Dumb move not to have had the bot sicked on that one, because Monaco and Pay, which is 10x, the cards, those are decent plays. They're Chinese currency debit cards right now, because of course they're not in the United States. Yeah, so Rise, I'm holding some in. Lumer, and I'm holding some in. So, I mean, there's some ups. I'm waiting to see. I've actually sold this position. That was the bot. I held it. It actually came back around. I should have doubled my position while I was low. Did not have the funds to do it on this trade, but now I've gotten some of my trades back in because I've been able to free up, co-found it, because I went in too heavy on a trade. That's why you've got to be prepared and careful with your spend if you don't have a lot of revenue, because you can just spend yourself out. I will get into that when I get into the bot training, when I get into the bot settings that I use for the bear market. Again, since I think that we're going to have a little bit more pain, and I'll explain why, I want to be prepared to be able to understand how to trade through downturns. And that's what I'm going to be explaining through showing you my settings. My settings will be different when we're on a complete bear run. I think that's going to be somewhere in, we're going to be on a little bit of a bear run, probably maybe for the rest of this year. Maybe. We'll see. I think we're going to have some pain. We'll see. I'll show you the charts. Let's look at the news. Cointelegraph. Everybody's talking about the bounce back that's happening. They are going to be cracking heavy. As you know, we shouldn't care. So what? There's plenty of money elsewhere. You can't scare us. We're waiting for sales. Go ahead and FUD out, right? That's what we're saying. People are saying it's a normal correction. So you notice how the news is starting to balance itself out for a run? So the news is starting to balance itself out. Bitcoin bounties to sniff out online pirates. So now they're trying to clean up the actual industry. That's a green light. So then now you're seeing green news. That's not important. That's not important. That's not important. Pirate Bay has been doing mining. People have known that for years. Good news. Let's see. Bitcoin to fight blood diamonds. Green news. So now green news. You're seeing a lot of green news coming out. Rock band Kiss leader Gene Simmons says he's a Bitcoin fan. Green news. So you're seeing green news on the day. What are you, or over a few days, because some of those news articles were from the 17th. What are you going to see the market doing? Green news. What do we know? Green news, green day, right? That's how we trade. We understand the thought process, the sentiment, the psychology of the market. Before we get into charts and graphs, we want to understand the psychology of a move. So this way, when you look at your charts and graphs, you can say, this is why I think it's happening. If you just look at the data without having any back end for it, then you're just guessing on a pattern. You're guessing on a move. If you see FUD happening, you know why. You know why a downturn is happening, okay? Let's get moving past the news. Also, if you want to keep up with some of my news plays, I will probably keep a link in the description for this one. This is my Flipboard. Flipboard, I try to scour the news and kind of control it to aggregate it into a center repository. So that's what the Toxic Hustle Flipboard is. And if you look at this, it talks about JP Morgan Chase is buying Bitcoin. So why is Jamie Dimon calling it a fraud? What did I tell you? What did I say? Not only did I see a news article for this, but I also saw a news article that on the day he was calling Bitcoin a fraud, his company was doing a conference in Bitcoin, in blockchain, which is all Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is. Guys, I told you up front what the game was. I told you they just want to buy in cheap. See, if you start watching how they play this market, they'll release, they control the media. So if they can sit there and say, hey, spread this news, they spread that news everywhere on big retailers, big outlets, news outlets, so that it brings the price down. They buy in low and sell high. That's all trading is. Buy low, sell high. The difference is they can control the news of the market, and we can't, right? So the news that I see here, just a lot of things that where Bitcoin and blockchain is going to do well for the business. Again, I'm expecting a decent run for now, and let's explain why. All right, here in this chart, what I wanted to do was I wanted to show you something, and we're going to start with the red dots, and we're going to go, the red arrows, and we're going to go into the orange and then the yellow, so that you can see something. Yeah, this one actually. Oh, that's fine. This one should have been a yellow. Sorry. Okay, so here's a red. What date do you see? That is January. I'm in Coinigy right now. The link will be in the description below if you want to get your own account. If you look here, January 26. I got a red arrow pointing down to January and a little bit of February having a down day, right? In 2015. Here we are in 2016. What do you see? January of 2016, down. A little bit of a down day, right? Red arrow. January of 2017. Bit of a down day, huh? Trend. July. Wasn't enough in the market. There's not a lot in the market, but you got July and a little bit of August of a rundown, right? For this orange. What do you see here? June and a little bit of July having a rundown. What do you see here? June and July having a rundown. The more people are in the coin, the wider the gap became. This was when there wasn't a lot of people that understood it. As it got bigger, the trend or the gap showed itself in a larger fashion. So now let's look at the yellow. What's this? September. September, there's a little bit of a drop. What's this yellow? September. September, there's a little bit of a drop. What's this yellow? September, and a little bit of a drop. So, if you're looking at the charts like I'm looking at the charts, what are you seeing? Right? If this red is a January run, let's now go to December. What did we see? We see November. December 21st was a little bit of a dip, but you see basically a run starting in December coming off of the November dip. A November dip happened here. And then there was a December run. A small dip in November and a December run. We go here. Small dip in November. Right? These 2 days. Small dip in November for a December run. Right? I can't do any more on this one because 2016, and that's the end of it because this is a drop in January. But if the trend holds true, right? What are we expecting? A small dip in November, a small dip happening somewhere in November for a December run to a January dippage. All right, I thought that I had not done an actual trade, an actual mapping out like this of the trades because I want to understand Bitcoin. This is what you do to understand the coin you're in. So understand, we potentially, this is not me throwing a dart on the board and saying it's going to happen. What I'm doing is planning my trade just in case because I'm seeing a pattern. You see the patterns. These yellow, red, and orange arrows are the patterns of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is controlling the fear in the marketplace, they have 47 something percent of the marketplace, right? If we go to cryptocurrency, coin market cap, Bitcoin's dominance is 48% of the market. So 48% of the market is dictated by the moves of this coin. So if you don't understand the coin, then you're always going to be wondering why. Why is the coin dropping on me? Why? It has a seasonal action. It has monthly actions. There's points in this that every time, now that there's more visibility to the coin, there's more people interested in the price of the coin's price, there's more volume in the coin. Now that there is more volume in the coin, we can start to see these patterns a lot bigger. March, I didn't even map this. Let's see, March. If we go back, is there any March dippages? Let's go back to 2016 and go to March. Wait a minute, look at there. A little bit of a February, March dippage. Let's go back even further. Did it happen here? Look at that. I didn't even plan that. I said, let me just look right now, and I'm serious. I decided, let me just look and see if there's a pattern in which March, something seems to happen to Bitcoin where it has a dip. And sure enough, there it is. This is why I say, look at your charts. You can use whatever charting software you want, but study your coin. And if you're in a brand new coin, of course you're not going to understand anything that's going on with the coin. So you need to study this coin so that you can understand when it happens, because this coin is over 48, it controls over 48% of the price movement of all altcoins. When everybody's fearing out, you've seen it in the last few weeks, when everybody's fearing out about Bitcoin, what happened to everybody else's coin? It dipped, right? Now, this video is about the trading bot. I wanted to make one about how to plan your trades through a bear market. So Jay, why did you start here? That makes no sense. This is why I did it. I started here so you could understand when your bot settings need to begin to change. You can't have the same damn settings in every damn market, or you're gonna be holding bags until the next run up. Because the bot is dumb. It is not AI. You are its AI for now. In the future, we'll be able to work on plugins that could make it smarter. But currently, it's going to, if you keep your percentages the way they are, they're going to trade as if it's in a bear market. And you're going to hold bags until the market comes back up. So if you at least know when you should be more conservative with your bot, I'm going to, like right now I know, okay, due to the trends that I see, November, I should be looking at a run. So from September, we're in a little bit of a dippage, means October should be green. November will be a little bit of a dip in November. We're gonna have a run up. Here's September, October. We're gonna have a little bit of a dip in November. So I'm going to be able to say maybe I can run my bot on a little bit less conservative settings from, let's say, the end of September to maybe the beginning of November. That maybe I won't be so tight on my settings, or maybe those settings will work for me, period. So let's talk about those settings. Let's talk about it. Here are my settings. Now, I'm going to walk through this because you can see I'm in a bunch of coins right now. And you can see that I was in KMD. This is a screenshot, of course, because this is not my trading machine. The screenshot is, this is what I did using only the low minimum, or excuse me, the max balance to trade. This is my max balance, a low number, like $4 a trade. Why? Because I was holding bags through the bear market. These are my bear market settings. So let me explain my settings. I'm not going to run through every single thing inside Gunbot. I'm going to show you my bear market settings as to what I did through this bear market. BTC, this is the currency you are trading for whatever altcoin or alternative coin you're going to trade into. So this could be Ethereum, so BTC GNT, BTC GNT, BTC NMR, BTC NMR, or right here, as you can see up here, BTC KMD, BTC KMD. That is what you're trading into. So I am using BTC to buy into KMD or Komodo. Right? On the Bittrex market, you put in your API key, you put in your secret. Those are things that you'll have to set up on the back end. There are plenty of videos. If you just go into Google and say Bittrex API, it'll walk you through everything you need to do that. I'm not holding your hands through that. Buy in the Bollinger Band. Now, what does this mean? If you're using your trading software, I've said this in another video, but I want to walk you through all the way through this. I'm going to go to the 15 minutes because that's what my bot is set for. I'm going to load up in my technical charts my Bollinger Band settings. So now I'm at 15-minute intervals. I have Bollinger Band settings. And now let's look at this again. Bollinger Band, I want to buy, and step gain, I want to sell. Okay? Step gain means it's going to step up down here, this step gain area. It's going to either buy at 2% above the exponential moving average, or 5%, or 35%. I'll explain. As this is trading, I set mine really tight. Why did I set it? Because I didn't want the Bollinger Band to buy at a crazy price. I didn't want it to buy up here in 40% world. No, because if it bought here, and let's say it bought right here, and then it went all the way down here, it's not going to give me any profit here because I bought right here, right? So if I bought too high in, I would basically take a loss on the trade. What I wanted was something where I want to wait till it buys within 5% of this zone right here, buy right here. Maybe you bought right there, but wait, we got up to here. Instead of me now waiting for the other Bollinger Band, so people set this to another Bollinger Band, instead of me waiting for it to get all the way here for a buy, I actually could potentially get a sell-off right here. Why? Because if I look at, and I'm going to get you the price range, if I look at this purchase price to right around here of a buy, actually this one wouldn't do it because it's only a 1.42% trade. So this one wouldn't do it unless it caught it dead at the bottom. But even if it didn't trade there and it traded right here, it would either sell right here or it would sell, it would sell into this position. Boom, boom, boom. Buy from here. Let's say if it bought here, hold on. Bought here and did this. It's actually backwards. You gotta excuse me. Let me do this one. Go here. Buy here. Because it came right at this line. So move it up a little bit. 1.72. So maybe right around here for a 2% profit gain, it would have bought right at that buy level and bought in and made that 2% gain profit right off of this trade right here if it hit right there. Okay? That's what I'm doing with the bot. I'm telling the bot, get really, really tight on my positions and buy into these little small moves. Maybe you're going to catch it at the top, or maybe you have something where it hit right here and then you get a decent amount of run up. So it bought, let's say it washed it down and it said, all right, we're buying right here. And then let's say it didn't get all the way up there. It stopped right here. Let's just say it happened. It didn't happen here and actually went to this and it would have bought right there and gotten a higher run. But let's just say it stopped there and it started to notice the market going back down. Well, you already got your 2%. Boom, it's going to buy at the first sell wall. All right? That, or the first sell level. So that is why I put this low Bollinger Band right here at 5%, because I want it to be as close to that bottom line as possible, not at 0%, not at 2%, because I may not get a buy in there. I want it at within 5%. You get anything away between 5%, we can catch a run up. And that's what I notice with a lot of trades. So I'm doing very tight settings. It gives you less buys, but those buys are more profitable. As you see here, numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? This thing is trading, and you can see it's from the 18th. You can see it sold off again at 1757, so that's 557. So it bought at 5 something this morning and sold again at 557. So basically 12 hours later. So it held it for 12 hours, but it moved into position for that sell. So it does trade. It's still trading right now down on the other machine. So this is why I don't do ping ponging.
I understand that's for sideways action, so you can say buy price is here, this price is there, switch this to ping pong, hit your save, and then go. And then it would just sit there and hit that price action all day long. I don't believe a trade sits at ping pong forever, so then I'd have to reset my settings. Me hitting a Bollinger Band and a step gain has just been better in the bear turn, because when the market did a little dance, so let's go back a little bit. Give me a second, because I'm doing this on the fly for you. September. Yes, so here we go. This is perfect. Now, notice what happened in this bear turn, right? If I'm trading BTC. Notice what happened in this bear turn. It hit here and it bought here. And it would have held it. And it would have held it. And it would have held it. Right? So if you watch Kevlar Sensei's videos, the link will be in the description, then you could have maybe 2x this position. And that's the second video, so don't act like you have a bunch of videos to watch. I heard that in the group. Like, oh, there's so many videos. I sat through them all. If you care about making money, why wouldn't you? The information, he's giving it to you for free. I was in the class for it. So I don't want to hear no excuses. He's giving you information for free. And that's video number 2. Watch video number 1, 2, and 3 at a minimum. And you should understand how to 2x your position here. Maybe 3x your position, 3x your position here. Maybe 4x your position here. And then when the rally came back up on the 15th, because this was only from the 14th, and then the next day, it went back up here. So if the machine had bought right here, and you used just straight Bollinger Band settings, you are waiting for all of this anyway. Now, what if you had knew the bot was about to make a dippage? This is why I say mapping out your trade like I did with those arrows. If I knew the dippage was about to happen and I said, let me hold on and wait for the action to then happen, I would have then maybe bought my position here, or maybe I would have waited and let the entire rundown happen and then turn on the bot to ride the entire movement back up. Or with Kevlar Sensei's videos, I would have still caught this bag, watched it down, said this might have been a buy-in point, buy in there, because here's this green level. So let me maybe take a 3x position here. Here's another level, this monthly blue level sitting here. This is why I put my lines on there. So I know here's a day level where it could bounce, and it did kind of bounce off that, and then wanted to go up, but came back down and broke through and never really touched the monthly level. But then I could have 2x, 3x even right here, 3x'd it right here, or 3x here, 4x it here. And then when this movement came off, sell off all my bags. When this came down, maybe bought some more, or maybe sold off all my bags again, and still had my trade from up here to wait for the upside to come up here and have the bot just play normally all over again. This is your price movements for your bot. And I haven't even gotten past this level yet. This is saying I want a 2%, a 5%, a 35% percentage gain. Now, when I say you have to take a 2x position, 3x position, I mean go into your trading software, turn the bot off on this ticker. So that means I would go to, if Komodo was taking a tanking, I would make sure I'm on this tab, or on whatever tab it is. You want to do that one or that one, it's the same thing, and hit stop. And from here on out, I'm manually trading this one. Reason why, and I'll move on, why I have a 001 position here is because look at my balance. I can't put a 0.1 trade. Right? I can't put a 0.005 trade. I'm then eating into this right here. I need to be able to say, okay, 0.01, I want a 3x it. Let me buy 0.003 at my next level. 0.003. Or maybe I'll wait, because it looks like we might be going, got a test, and it didn't want to do it, and it's starting to fail.
okay, maybe we're going to go down lower. Maybe I buy 3x here, or maybe I buy 3x here. Maybe I buy then another 4x right here. Then I sell off my 4x position. I sell off my 3x position. I sell off my initial buy order on the bot, or then turn my bot on once it's back in zone. I've now made this profit back up at this position. My bot bought here. I sold here. So I just turned the bot on right here at September 16th at 5 o'clock. That's when I turn the bot back on. Or maybe I turn it on before I go to bed, because I think there's a run about to happen because of the news. This is how I play with this bot. The bot is not going to do everything for you. It's here to be your gun. Nobody takes you to the gun range to shoot. In the military, it was always one shot, one kill. Do not pull that trigger until you see the whites of their eyes, until you know you have the shot. Don't give away your position. So I hold my shot until I go into the charts and I know what the trade's about to do. Right? Just like you see here with me going in here and looking at everything this trade potentially can do. If you're not doing that up front to know when is this going to go up, when is this going to go down, all right? If you're not doing this right here and mapping out and understanding why a trade is happening, why is this making a movement the way that it's making it? If you're not sitting here understanding what days you're supposed to get in and get out, then is the market running you, or are you running the market? Your bot does not know this is about to happen, has no idea these days are coming. So why are you having your bot just run blind on those days, but want to blame the bot because you're holding bags? No, it's your fault, not the bot's fault. All right. So East Coast Crypto, if you want to start getting yourself together, start getting into the mind of a trader, start acting like a soldier in the war rather than being beat up by the battle, then start getting into the Discord room. The link will be in the description. And for people's time, like Sensi Kevlar, go to the dojo. If you can trade by yourself after watching these videos and you do not need the help, then so be it. Use these videos and become a great trader. It helped me. But if you want to be able to communicate with others, like be able to then be in, to be a part of the dojo, to be a part of the boiler room. The boiler room is open now. It's 0.01 Bitcoin. It's the best investment I made, and I was not paid to say that. The best investment I made was getting into this room. Why? Because as you see from my trades, from my proof, if I had more capital in here, could I have not made a crap load of money? Why did I get into this trade? I got into this trade because the charts were lining up for me. The room had already talked about it, but it was at a top. I looked at the chart. I said, ooh, I think I can buy it. It's at its bottom. It's poised for a run-up. Guess what? It came true. How did I know that? I watched these videos. I watched the dojo lessons. I was in the dojo being able to communicate with other people who thought the same things I thought. Now that we had watched these videos together, I was able to talk in the Discord room and talk to other people in a place that was specific, not just, oh, here's this new pump and dump that we're all going to talk about before it disappears. No, we were talking about all the coins we were interested in, the value plays we were getting into, that we were buying into the long haul, that we think that they're going to be around 5 to 10 years, and we're trading on those, making a decent return. I'm not trading a lot of revenue. Right here, when you go to your max balance, you can say how much. My security margin, why is it at 80? I'm actually going to push it up. I was talking to somebody in the Discord room. I'm going to push this up to maybe 999. I don't want this to ever sell because I want to be able to take those dip buy positions. When the market dips, I want to be able to buy. These stay the default. I don't even mess with them except for I get 500 of the new Bollinger Band to calculate. I just want more data in there. And the latest prices for the trend is 30 of the latest prices. This is the default. I don't even mess with it. The candlesticks are 15 minutes, as you saw in the chart that I did, a time delay of 15 seconds, and a bot fail delay of 30 seconds. What this is that wait 15 seconds before you go looking at prices again. All right? The bot fail delay, if something else happens and it crashes out, maybe we had an API glitch because we had so many things running, maybe we cracked up against an API or something failed out, wait 30 seconds and come back. But I don't want to put these too long in. I don't want it to have too much time because these markets move fast and you might have missed a buy-in. You're actually putting trades in to the bot late. The bot is sending trades out to your account late, and the market's already moved on without you, and the bot's not missed the trade. So I like having a little bit of a less delay time because I want the bot to get in on that trade. And so far, I've been able to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins, which is a lot to run. I like really only 5 active coins. 7 coins with no issues with these settings, all right? So again, Bollinger Band setting, why? You know why. I want to buy right when it clips that lower band. Step gain, I want to be able to sell just in case it doesn't go all the way up to my top of this Bollinger Band. But if it does, I want it to be smart enough to not just sell off here, sell at here, sell at here. Oh, and by the way, just in case, sell at 35% upside. Max balance to trade I keep low because if I do end up holding a bag, I want to be able to buy in low again. I want to be able to to go onto the downside and buy at the 2x level or 3x level, or I can 4x my position or even 5x my position, but I have enough currency at the current amount that I have to trade with. I have enough to be able to make that play. Okay? How did I do this? Being in East Coast crypto. Watching the Kevlar Sensi Kevlar's videos. And what can you do? Subscribe to my channel. Begin to see how I'm putting what you learn in these videos to practice. How does it look to look at your positions and get into them? The reason why I said this is the Gunbot for a bear market is because as this market, and I'll go back to the 15-minute chart, as this market took a tanking, as this market buried itself down, the bot does not like this. The bot likes this. So while the bot can potentially move you in and out of positions, it's not always smart enough to get the right price for you when it's just continually red. So that means you have to do something else to be able, like the bot's not selling off anything here. It might sell here, and it might buy here, and it might sell, it might buy here or here, and it might sell when it gets back up here. But I could have manually traded myself out of these positions and got more revenue on the downside. Down does not mean I lost money. You only lose money when you trade at a loss. If I bought 1 here and I bought 3 here and I sold 3 here and sold my other 1 here, I just made more on the upside. The bot may not be able to handle that for me. All right? Again, subscribe to the channel. Get this information from me. Get the information from Kevlar Sensi. Get into the East Coast Crypto Discord room. All of these links for these two guys right here, the links are in the description below. All you have to do is push the subscribe button and get on that notification squad. Remember, I'm not pumping coins. I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm here showing the lessons of individual that'll help you be a better trader. All right? So with that, I am going to shut this down. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video all the way through. I know I can be long-winded. And I'm thankful that you're right now listening to this, because a lot of people will cut it off because they just want it quick. You understand that it's a long marathon, not a sprint. So thank you for taking the time to listen to all that I've shown you today. And I will be in and out this week. There's a couple events that we got running, and there's a lot going on. I will try to get these videos. I'm trying to get myself on a schedule. I want to be able to do more for you. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later.